41 degrees. It's very, very windy. And not very pleasant out there. I could see a few white snowflakes on the back deck. And we did lose power again last night for only about an hour or so, but sure sign of what we got ahead coming in the next month or so. All right, I'm going to get going because I want to get out of here this morning at a relatively good time. So who's waiting to check into the 3905 W1LJO Memorial Net? This is K1LAS.
W1UIY, one and done.
W1CI, good morning.
W1CIS.
Good morning, W1DU.
Good morning, WHJBY.
K0RMH, good morning.
WA1TLI.
Kilo 1 Hotel Alpha.
Good morning, W1KAW.
This is KB3QMT.
Okay. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Bruce. Nice to hear you in here this morning. Good morning, Jim. Do you? Good morning, Dave. Good morning to you, Lloyd. This is Thursday. You have an early out. Good morning, Herb, and good morning to you, Alden. Good morning, Ken. Good morning to you, Jeff, and good morning, Jay. Did I miss anybody? This is K1LAS.
Bruce, what is a kilowatt? Stop me, I'm on island.
I was just wondering, if that was the case. Your call letters came into my head, but I did not hear you. I know there's a duel between you two lots of times, and who is it? Somebody else. Good morning to you, Paul. All right. I'll let you sneak in there. Any other check-ins? Okay. Are you getting any good weather down there? Did you hear us say that? Actually, I saw up in Colebrook, which is the northern part of the state, that there's a sizable amount of snow last night. Yeah, I could see it, and roads were, there was a couple of accidents up there from the people not being cautious when the driving gets bad. K2YUB, K1LAS.
All right, K2YUB, good morning, all. No, I haven't even thought about it. No. Well, let's see what's going on here. Well, it's 42. That's a little bit heavy. Thinking we got paper, I went out to get the paper. We're going up to 57 sundown. It's going to be a nice day. My one guy came and was a beautiful job, things are going well here. And let's see, tonight we're going to be radio club where I was told that of all the K 2 years from now, that's all. Well, I'm running short on one, so I think I'm going to have to leave the house and pick that up. And that's it for this morning. Signal seems to be pretty good. That's it. K1LAS. K2YUB.
Okay, Jay. K2YUB, K1LAS. And were there any other check-ins? Anyone need to get out? K0RMH, I bet you're not walking this morning, or maybe you are. K1LAS.
K1LAS and the group K0RMH. Well, I haven't stepped outside yet. Haven't made that decision. We'll see. I'll walk from here to the garage about 40 feet. And in that distance, I'll decide whether to walk. It's partly sunny, partly cloudy. a little of both. Right now, the sun is hidden behind the clouds. A few seconds ago, the sun was in front of them. They keep switching places. Temperature 39 degrees. That might be a deciding factor. And it is windy. I didn't notice what direction. It looks like it's from the north, maybe northwest, which would make it a little on the cold side. Lawn work, I still haven't decided. I think I'm going to wait just a few more days and before I mow the lawn. Then I can call that the last roundup. So, Louise, thanks for letting me sneak in here with us in a while before we're on our way. But everybody so far, signals are Q5 copy. K1LAS, K0RMH.
K0RMH, K1LAS. Well, you're 10 over 9 here this morning, so signals are really, really good. That's for sure. Tony, when you get through, give it to Paul, and then Paul can give it to Bruce. I think he was in there somewhere, in that vicinity. All right. Did I get any other check-ins? Go ahead. Go with it, Bob. W1UIY.
Okay, Louise. K1LAS on the net. WA1UIY. Very good. Temperature is about 38, 39 degrees, somewhere around there as well here. Going up to a high of about 45. It's sunny now. It's going to be pretty much sunny all day, but what we do call during the winter, ineffectual sunshine. I guess that's what we've got on our hands today. We're actually going to have a wind chill factor, believe it or not, here in October 18th, when it reaches its high peak of 45, which normally wouldn't be too bad. I mean, we could live with that. We're going to have a wind chill of about anywhere from 6 to 8 degrees minus, so it's going to feel like 37 or 38 degrees. So it's really not going to feel like it's out of the 30s all day long, even when it registers in the mid-40s. So, but it's short-lived, fortunately. I think tomorrow we're back up to the upper 50s, and I think lower 60s on Saturday. And that's good because I've got a little outside work left to do. I picked up a little container of Quickcrete yesterday. I have a little patching to do. I've a little indent from the cement on my back stairs, and I have a spot on the front that needs to be filled as well on the front landing. And also one other place on the walk that I need to go over as well. So be mixing up a little cement patching probably on Friday or Saturday when the weather's a little bit warmer. Certainly not today, that's for sure. Probably going to go downstairs and dig out at least a pair of gloves, maybe a woolen hat. Not going to go any further than that. I refuse to bring up the scarves and the stuff that I pull over my head, ski mask and all that stuff. I'm not going to go that far, that's for sure. Let's see, on the noise. As a matter of fact, listening this morning, it's not mixing in on the signal here. The signal, in fact, the noise level is down this morning, so that's a good plus. What I did yesterday was I changed out one of the modular phone jacks. One in my den that I suspected was bad because when I would plug a phone into it, I'd have to jiggle it around in order to finally get a dial tone. So I think it was a bad connection or a bad jack. So I changed it out, and that worked perfectly, 100%. Although there's not a phone actually plugged into it right now. And when I did that, it seemed as though the noise cleared up, particularly on the first floor. So we'll have to keep listening and see if it's around. Right now, as I said, it's not mixing in with the radio signal. The background noise level is very, very low this morning. So we're happy about that. Okay, and that's about it. I mentioned earlier to Louise, I've got an electrician coming between 9:30 and 10:30 to take a look at a project that I'm going to have him do. And you never know if those guys are going to show up at 9:30 or at 10:30. So I've got to be ready by 9:30. So I've got some stuff to do, including getting the dog out before then. So we'll say 7-3 and look forward to talking to everybody tomorrow morning. And one other note on the Red Sox, I shut it off last night when it was 3-3, and I guess the game went till about 12:30. I don't know if you stayed up to watch it, Tony. Probably you did because you're a night owl. But I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised, that they squeaked it out, particularly in the last of the ninth. I guess there were a lot of fireworks. Okay, over to you. K1CEI in the net. WA1UIY.
Are you telling me they won, Bob?
They did. They won. Was it 8-6 or 7-5? I forget. Maybe 7-5. I think that was the score. Yeah, Tony, they won.
Oh my God! Wow, that's fantastic. I fell asleep, Bob. Yeah, I think when the Astros, I think they were way ahead of them. I think I don't know what the heck the score was, but I said, oh, the heck with this here, and I started dozing, and I shut it off, and I said they're looking a little lousy, although they were hitting, but the pitching was pretty bad. But okay, thanks, Bob. That's a real good. Good to hear that. That's wonderful. Thank you for telling us. Okay, WA1UIY and K1CEI here, and everybody on the net here. A very good morning to you all, and doesn't look like a bad day at all. Yeah, Louise, the sun is shining and everything is good. So I got two things down yesterday. Excuse me. I got a couple of things yesterday. We met my nephew and my two nephews there for lunch, and we had some great talks and get together, family things, and so on and so forth. So it was real nice to get out. It was a wonderful day, terrific day. And boy, I made it from my house to North Reading, which probably is about maybe 40 minutes. I made it in about 25, 30 minutes. There's no traffic that was moving anyway. So, but that's great. Yeah, that's good. And it looks like a pretty good day today. So I got some friends with neighbors, people from Germany coming over, and a couple of on my street over here who we're all kind of friendly with, and so we're going to get together over at the Burlington Mall and have lunch there. So it's going to be a real nice discussion there at that time too. So meanwhile, I'll ship it right up there to Paul, WN1IOM, K1CEI. Good morning, Paul.
Okay, good morning, Tony, and one and all. N1IOM here with, what is it here? Actually, it's 40 degrees right now, and needless to say, you want some snow, come up here at 1,200 feet. We got a whopping 2 inches of snow, everything. Deck, vehicles, was all snow covered, so I'm just going to wait a while here and let the sunshine take care of it. It's a high of 38 and windy, so we got about 2 inches of snow up here. They lied. They said over 2,000 feet. So these cats up here in the weather, they said now it's dropping down to 1,200 or 1,000. Oh well, it's winter time. It's going to be a good day, but the snow will melt. And it's supposed to be in the 50s later, a few days, and then over the weekend back to a little snow over the early morning hours, just in time for the people are going to go out there and commute into the roadways without snow tires, slipping, sliding away there. Actually, the final score of the game was 8-6, I think, 8-6. A two-run deficit, and there was a home run issue in the beginning. What a call with Mookie Betts. Maybe interfering with a fan interfering, and so the umpire ruled in favor of the Red Sox. So that negated another home run. I think it was a two-run home run. So that helped obviously the Red Sox. So maybe they'll wrap it up there. They don't have to come back to Boston for the final two. So that would be good. Anyway, like I said, it's snow, it's sunshine, partly cloudy, and 2 inches of snow up here in this part of Vermont anyway. So down to you, Bruce, the big strap, W1TIS, N1IOM.
Yeah, N1IOM, W1TIS. Well, you beat me out, Paul, so you're doing good. You got a good, strong signal. You're almost 20 over 9 here, so whatever you're doing it right. And, I didn't watch any of the game, but this morning they had a newscast showed one play, fairly dramatic, kind of, I think it was an outfield there that had to really stretch for a ball and kind of slid across the field on his stomach to catch the ball. And the announcer, the radio announcer, fell out of his chair announcing the
the catch because it was quite so dramatic. So that was kind of neat. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens tonight. It'll be interesting if that winds it up. Maybe we ought to give the Astros just one more win and then win back here in Boston. And what's exciting here, I don't know that we had a frost last night. When I got up, the thermometer read 35. Doesn't look like we did. I brought in some plants. I probably didn't need to. Covered one up, but keep them a little bit longer anyway. So nothing too exciting at this end. Gonna buckle down, get some work done here today. Got a whole bunch of grading to do, and see where the day goes after that. So I guess Jim's next in line. I'm sure you guys all talked about Nearfest earlier in the week, so I don't want to necessarily cause any repetition, but I wonder if Jim, you had 50 words or less, can tell me how it went. W1DU, W1TIS.
Very good, Bruce. The W1TIS, W1DU. Okay, very good. Good morning, all stations. I'll answer the last question first. There are fewer the commercial Stellas there, I believe. I guess it was okay. It wasn't anything too spectacular. The weather was fine. I went on Friday. Mark and I went on Friday. So that was a nice day to go. We prefer to do that on Friday. It worked out just right. It was nice. A little bit cool to start off with and windy, but boy, in the afternoon it got quite a bit nicer. Nice and with the sun, it was nice and warm. So we picked up a couple little things, but nothing too spectacular. My son picked up another 30L1. I think I don't know how many 30L1s we have. We picked up another one, so I got to work on that. But I have other projects here I'm working on. So long story short, horse traders was fine. The weather cooperated, and we really enjoyed it. The weather here, about 35 degrees going to 44. We had a kind of brisk walk this morning. It was kind of cool. But, Bob, we did wear scarves, hat, and gloves. So we covered covered everything we possibly could. But it was nice. It was nice and brisk. The past 2 days I've been working on the tower. I had the tower down, and so I've been up and down the tower I don't know how many times. I had to replace a number of things, but I did replace the balun. I didn't have a balun on this 75-meter antenna before, so for a long number of reasons I put a balun on it. The one I had up there was a high gain. It was just like a cobra head. And it was rusty. The little hooks on the end were rusty. All the screws were rusty, and I didn't like the looks of it, so I took that down and put up a balun. And everything seems to be working okay. In fact, I just put up the last wire last night, so just barely made it in time for the net. And yesterday I did mow the lawn, but by the time I got out there, as soon as I got out there, it started raining. I thought, well, I could probably finish. Well, I finished most of the lawn, but the problem was that there was so much rain coming down, the grass is a little bit long, and they're all clogged under the chute. It clogged under the deck, not in the chute. So I finally quit, and I'll finish the rest of it today. Been restoring a Drake remote antenna switch. It's kind of neat because you can select either of 5 different radios and select that the radio you select, you can select it either 5 antennas. So it's a really nice switch, and it goes back to the probably goes back to the 70s. So hopefully I get some parts today, I get that thing finished up. The Bucks did win 8-6, and I closed it out too, Tony. With as soon as this was Porcello let in on a 1 run and 2 runs and 3 runs, and as soon as he tried to, there was forget the guy that was on first base. But he was on first base, and the Porcello tried to hold him on first base, threw over to first base, missed the first baseman right over his head, and the runner went to second base. And at that point, I said, no, I can't watch any more Porcello. I let in all these runs and can't even get the ball to first base. So at that point, I closed it out. Figured, well, they're probably going to lose, and come to find out they won. We were Tony, the traffic was down yesterday for whatever reason. We were on 128. And everywhere we went, there was almost no traffic whatsoever. I was quite surprised. Don't know what the deal was, but certainly did enjoy it. Sometimes you come down Route 3 to 128, and we don't know if it's going to be going 80 miles an hour or 0 miles an hour. Okay, going over to Dave, WHAVY, and the group W1DU.
Okay. W1LJO Good morning, everybody. Temperature has already been described, so I won't go into that. Let's see what's and Bob pre-net was talking about some different color wire in his house. I thought at first maybe it was just what the electrician had left over, but and maybe it was maybe you do have a different color code for the upstairs, but I've never heard of that. I really don't know what the reason for it was, except I do know that the owners and the builders and the previous owners usually don't describe where everything is going, fuse boxes and other things. They leave that up to you. It seems to be a nice courtesy to let you know what's inside your house there. Let's see, once I didn't get to near fast. I did go to Foxborough though. Let's see what's yesterday I had a doctor's visit to check things up. Everything seems to be okay after all the times I was going in and out of the hospital. Everything seems to be okay. They did take, I knew my ears were clogged up, and he took a lot of dirt out of my ears, which I thought I'd have to go to a special department to get that, but so maybe I can hear just a little bit better. Sim was, well, let's see, Bruce was 10 over S9, DU was 10 over 9 some of the time. The others are about the normal. My background noise level is F7, and I'm about half or two-thirds the way down a hill where there's a lot of trees, and so I don't have a real ideal site to receive things, because everyone else is receiving stronger signals than me. Let's see, beyond that, I guess nothing exciting to report. I have a lot of leads to take care of, but other than that, I won't go into any other boring subject there, so I'll see if White is still there. If not, it goes to Herb, K0RMH, WHABY.
WHABY, K0RMH, we're still here, but with one foot out the door. So we are on our way, but we wanted to say again a good morning all, and we'll look for you tomorrow morning. So Herb, over to you, WA1TLI, K0RMH.
Okay, Lloyd, thank you. K0RMH on the net, WA1TLI, where we got no snow. Gosh, Paul got 2 inches of snow. We got nothing. Not even a snowflake. But it is cold. It was 32 degrees. I think that was our overnight low, 32, and it's only climbed up to 32.4 now. And windy, and it's brutally cold. The feeling is like 27 degrees. So I had to go down and get the paper this morning, and all that. I wonder if you noticed the new free press rate. They've increased their prices again, and so we're dropped. We were doing the same thing you were. We're just getting it 4 days a week. We're going to drop down to 1 day a week, and that's Sunday. The prices are unbelievably high for such a dinky little paper. Well, yesterday I blew out the water in our irrigation system here, so nobody's getting watered out there anymore, and I have a lot of underground water pipes that aren't very deep. Blew those out. Let's see, what else? Hoses, garden hoses, blew those out. I got a little more. I didn't do the repair of the anchor bolts to hold down the pool cover, winter cover, and I do need to do something. I don't know, maybe it's too cold to do that now, I'm not sure. But I'm all set for the winter. If it goes to 20 below zero, just the way I am, we're set. Bruce, we brought some plants in last night too, and I probably didn't need to do it because it didn't go below 30. Well, it did. It hit 32, so maybe, I guess maybe that was a good thing to do after all. Louise, I can't believe the signal strength is continuing to be very high. S9 plus 25 for you this morning. Nobody is that high here. 15, maybe plus 15, plus 20 for some of the stronger signals, but you're 25 over. I can't understand that. What else? That's all I got here. And Alden, what do you think of the new free press TV, I want to call it now? Over to you, Alden. K1HA, W1TLI.
W1TLI and the crew. This is K1HA from Essex Junction, where it is 34 degrees and overcast. We're not seeing any sun. Well, Herb, I think that took place. They notified us a couple of weeks ago, and we sucked it up. We're still getting a four a week, but I'll tell you this: the next time it's going to go to 1, and thereafter it will go to 0. And I think they're doing their best to go out of business, and it's a mess. Well, I was surprised to hear that there's snow in Bradford. Now that's 40 miles south of us, and off to the east. But we got 0 snow here, and it's looking fairly decent. And the squirrels are happy with these stale almonds that Dorothy's putting out. They're having a good time. Well, we have a health insurance that we have to submit stuff to periodically, these odd things. And we went to do that yesterday, and they've changed the name of it. And I can't understand why they can't leave things to hell alone. You know, you get something that's working good, don't mess with it. But they have messed with it, and they have got it all, you know, a mess of confusion here. So you gotta have new username, a new password, and blah blah blah. The password's got to be 37 characters long and 35 special characters and so forth. And it's a pain in the butt. Well, anyway, we don't have anything scheduled today beyond submitting a few claims to the insurance company. Tomorrow's a big day. I got a doctor's appointment, and I've got to get out of here and buy some Coca-Cola. I ran out the other day, and there was none on sale anywhere, but I see they got it on sale at Shaw's now. So that's the story in downtown Essex Junction. W1KAW, K1HA.
Comment, Louise?
Go ahead, Herb.
Go ahead.
You must be on the phone there. Go ahead, Herb.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to get ready. Go ahead, Herb.
Okay, thanks, Alden. That price on the free press, this is the second time it's gone up. Yeah, I know. It went up about a month ago. We went to four times a week delivery, and next month, or maybe the end of this month, it's going to go up again. And so we dropped from 4 to 1 delivery. The price has gone way, almost double what it is right now. Okay, thanks, Louise. W1TLI is clear.
What is the price?
Well, if you like paying $41 a week, that's it.
It's going up to 41?
Yep. Yeah, it was what, 29?
Yeah, something like that. Well, I haven't seen any notification of it, but if it's gone up to 41, we'll do the same thing. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Louise.
WA1TLI Internet, K1HA Internet. Good morning to the net. Well, let's see. This morning we have a temperature of 38 degrees with a dew point of 2561%, humidity 30.19, and rising rapidly barometer. Winds are north-northwest 7, gusting 9, with a peak wind speed in the past 24 hours of 20. Sky is mostly clear. 6-1 was the high yesterday, 3-7 the low this morning, and no precip to report. Fine business. Well, let's see what's going on around here today. Well, we really don't have anything on the schedule for things that need to get accomplished today. Yesterday was a big day. The people to remove the oil tank, because we've converted over to natural gas, and they were supposed to be here at between 2 and 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. They were here promptly at 2, and they removed the last remaining notation of oil heat in this house. Fine business. Well, let's see, comments. Bob, W1LJO. Hopefully that takes care of your noise problem. I hope that's all it was and all it continues to be. And it's straightened out for you. Paul, N1IOM, yes, you are correct. 8-6 Red Sox. And Louise, I hope you have a very good outing today and don't spend all your money. Hi. Very good. Let's see, with that, we're going to send it over to Jeff and see how he's doing recording the net this morning. KB3 QMT, this is W1KAW.
Well, thank you, Ken, my friend, W1KAW, and good morning to the group. This is KB3 QMT up here in Phillips, Maine. Well, it's cold this morning. Our low was 28 degrees overnight. It was 29 at the start of the net. And we did get a dusting of snow, and it's still falling. There is a hazardous weather warning posted for wind today. The other day we had gusts up of 45 miles an hour for about 16 hours straight, off and on, of course. And that was kind of surprising. A 45 mile an hour wind's a pretty big wind. Signals are good this morning. Noise is low enough. And let's see. Oh, I got over to visit the neighbor yesterday. He's up from Virginia, and he's in the log cabin up the road from me, and it was nice seeing him. He's down to about 2 trips up a year now, and so it was really nice getting to see him. I've got a bunch of radios in his barn, and keep an eye on his place while he's gone. I also keep his grass knocked down. And he appreciates that. I appreciate having a barn to throw a bunch of radios in, too. Paul, you've got a lot more snow than we do, and all we got is a dusting, and that's perfectly okay by me. Got the pellet stove fired up and a good stock of pellets on hand, so we're ready for the weather. I wasn't sure of the coolant mixture in a couple of vehicles last night, so I just drained them both. I could have roamed around and looked for the tester, but it's easier just to drain them. Let's see, oh, Jim, DU, it was nice seeing you at Nearfest. John and I had been looking at that amp, and I was telling him I thought it was a pretty good deal, and but you know, we moved on from there. But it was nice seeing you. We didn't get out of there until about 5 p.m. We did a long day. And I don't know if we actually even covered everything. I came out of there with a Helicrafters S40 to play with, and it's perfectly functional. The guy had already done everything it needed. It was looking pretty good too. Also picked up a little Heathkit Mohican, which it won't copy sideband like the old S40 will, but it's still kind of neat thing to have around. Ken, I am recording the net this morning, and I will post it, and I'll send a link around, and I'll send a link over to Louise this morning as well. And that's all we've got so far today. So with that, we're going to zip it back to net control, whoever that may be. I'm going to start off with Louise. K1LAS, net control station. This is KB3 QMT.
Yes, Jay, KB3 QMT in the net, K1LAS. Yeah, I'm still hanging in here, watching the clock. Down to you, Jay, K2YUB, K1LAS.
As usual, nothing more to add today.
Anyhow, that's all I have this morning. Thanks for watching. Video K1LAS, K2YUB.
All right, K2YUB, K1LAS. Yep. I was out in the other room there. I turned the gain up so I could hear you guys. That's when Herb asked me if he could come in with a comment. I usually sit right here, but doing some last minute things. Any other check-ins, or does anyone need to get out now? Go ahead. November 3, Romeo, a little light there. Go ahead again, please.
I can't.
Okay, N3RCH, good morning. I'm having a little trouble with you, but the name here is Louise, and we are in Henniker, New Hampshire. Go ahead. It's just an informal net. It's a memorial net in memory of one of our members that passed away. But a lot of people call it the New England net, but it's the W1LJO Memorial Net. Go ahead. My call is Kilo 1 Lima Alpha Sierra K1 LAS. And your name, please? Okay, Mary. Normally I'm not in a big rush, but this morning I'm going with a senior group on a trip, so I hope to get out of here before too long. We're just getting ready to go back down our list again. But thanks for calling in, and thank you for the signal report out there. Anyone need to get out now? Go ahead. Okay, Mary, thank you. Check in anytime. K1CEI, go ahead, Tony.
Okay, Louise, good enough. We'll make it quick here, so maybe you'll be getting out of here on your horse. But okay, all around fine business. I hear that station, but I couldn't copy too well. It's down and up and so forth. So, but yeah, we're gonna get ready also here to get ready to meet the folks, neighbors here. We'll go out for lunch. A couple of us. There'll be about 5 of us, 4 of us, I think it is. So we'll get ready for that and get out of the way there. So I'll say 7-3 to all, and I'll give it right over to Paul once again, and N1IOM, K1CEI.
All right, Tony, K1CEI, N1IOM, yeah, very good. Yeah, I heard the station from PA, not too strong about an S5, S6 up here. Just a comment, then I got to get out of here. Further up, at $41 for 4 days. What are you telling me? At Burlington Free Press is $10. $10 you're paying for the luxury of the paper boy throwing it up on the doorstep, or what does it cost normally if you get it? If you just go in and buy it in the store. That seems crazy. I wouldn't waste my time with that. That's foolish. You can get so much other news and find out what's going on elsewhere. So 731 and all, and over to you, Bruce. W1TIS, N1IOM.
Yeah, N1IOM, W1TIS. Yeah, those numbers do sound a little bit out of whack. Sounds like more like a month. I'm paying now $27, I think, a month for digital access to the Boston Globe, and I don't know how long I'm going to continue that. I've only had it for a few months. It's nice in a way, but it's too much money, and the news is reported with such so skewed by the Globe that I don't know whether it's worth even reading. But that's just digital access, not actual paper on the doorstep. Used to be guys delivering papers around here in the morning, but I'm not sure that even happens anymore. Certainly don't see them. Anyhow, good morning to all. Thanks for the quick update on the
Deerfest, glad the weather worked out. It was kind of iffy down here, certainly on Saturday. But I'm glad it worked out up there. And, oh yeah, never can have too many 30 all once, right, Jim? So good morning to all. W1DU, W1TIS.
Yeah, fine, Bruce, W1DU. Yeah, we have a 30L1 parking lot. We're trying to get totally paved with 30L1. So, okay, Ken, congratulations on your gas conversion. That's a good deal. Had my son do that too. He had oil, and we got rid of that, put in gas, and it's been great. And Herb, on the newspaper, I agree with you. We'd have difficulty. Sometimes it delivers, sometimes it wouldn't. You have to chase the people to get the newspaper. And then the last straw was, we went away on vacation. We were supposed to get about like 2 weeks of credit, and my wife tried to get the credit and call the lady, and we never got the credit, so she's annoyed with them. So she refused to get the newspaper. They called her with a special deal. And I think that it was like $41 for 13 weeks, and we thought that she thinks that's too much. I may have the numbers wrong, but I think that, yeah, I think that's basically what the deal was. And my wife decided, no, she's still annoyed with them because she didn't get the credit. So she just gets the newspaper whatever she wants it. And on the irrigation, Herb, too, I'm going to get that taken care of. My wife, we're talking about, they'll probably do it on Sunday. I like to keep it open as long as possible because I'd rather use irrigation rather than let the lawn go bad. So I like to keep irrigation going as long as possible. It hasn't been necessary this year because we had a lot of rain. Over to Dave, WHAVY, and the group W1DU.
Okay, W1DU, WHAVY. Okay, I'm copying most of the people okay, but some are weak. Obviously, I'm not receiving as well as just about everybody on the net here. Let's see, I was looking in the online and seeing about hazardous problems in the United States. Every state has some of its problems. I don't remember what it is in Massachusetts, but in Vermont, I think there's a dump site near the Canadian border that people are concerned about the groundwater in Canada and Vermont. It's probably not the one that you go to, Alden, but I just wondered if you ever heard of any dump site near the Canadian border in Vermont that has been in the news. And at the same time, it was listing gas pressure in Massachusetts. A lot of Massachusetts has some of the oldest gas pipes. And it said that the normal pressure is only 0.6 of a pound. And these ones that failed were up to 6 pounds. So anyway, it's not much, not high pressure, but still, I guess even 6 pounds or whatever it was enough to break the pipes there. Let's see. Beyond that, that's about the story from here that I can think of. As far as the weather goes, some people have snow. It seemed like a month ago it was so hot that it was too hot, but that's the way the weather goes. Okay, I think Lloyd is probably gone, so it goes over to Herb there, the WA1TLI and WHAVY.
Okay, Dave, thanks, WHAVY, and then that's WA1TLI. Yeah, I misspoke, Bruce, you're right. It is a monthly rate, 41 a month. Still, it's a ridiculously high price. And it's such a dinky little paper. You could run it off in your copier in about 8 seconds. And irrigation, I think I messed up on that too, Jim. It's the systems I have for watering the garden and hanging plants. So I do not water the lawn, not at all. But I got to do something about it. I'm going to have to get somebody in here, put down Comcast. You know what I mean. And it's not my day today. Over to you, Alden. 73 is all. K1HA, WA1TLI.
WA1TLI and the net, K1HA. Well, I just looked up our rate, and right now it's
for Thursday through Sunday, and I have had no notification about it changing, Herb. So, but I can assure you that if it goes up to $40, they can keep it. I had a correspondence with the big chief over here a while back when they did something or other, and it upset me. And I asked him, I said, you know, you're acting like you're trying to put the paper out of business the way you're putting on. And he says, oh no, we're trying to improve everything. Well, it looks to me like they want to go out of business. And if my rate, which is now $26 a month, if that goes up to 41, I can guarantee you that I'll be out of it. That's a story here. I may have to go by 7 days or something like that. As a free paper. I don't know what else there is in here, but anyway. Okay, that's my sad story, and I'm sticking to it. W1KAW, the sanity of the crew. This is K1HA.
K1HA in the net. W1KAW returning. Fine business, and thank you, Alden. Well, let's see. Comments. I have one comment for Mary N3RCH in Pennsylvania. You are a 3x5 here on the case in Massachusetts, if you're still listening and curious. Very good. Let's see. With that, we'll wrap it up here. It was very good chatting with each and every one of you, and we look forward to chatting with you again in the morning tomorrow. Everyone have a very good and safe day today, and 7-3 all the way around. And with that, I'll send it over to you, Jim. KB3QMT, this is W1KAW.
Okay, Ken, W1KAW, this is KB3QMT. No copy on Mary this morning, and poor copy on Jay the second round. I could copy him the first time pretty good. The second round, I couldn't pick him up too good. Though I didn't hear Mary, let me do this again, that's better. My power was dropping, I have to rekey my mic. Though I couldn't hear Mary, I know who Mary is. I spoke with her before, and I believe I have a QSL card from her as well, and that goes back a few years. Let's see, nothing to add here. The sun is out. We've got some bright sunshine working down to the ground here now, and that's kind of nice. But I want to say 7-3 to all. There is a recording. It will be posted. It will get distributed. And you'll get to see, everybody will get to see how their signal makes it up into this part of Maine anyways. So with that, again, 7-3s. I hope everybody has themselves a great day. And I don't know if Louise is going to be there yet again. So if she's not, then it goes over to Tony. But we're going to start off with Louise. K1LAS, this is KB3QMT.
Yes, I am. KB3QMT in the net. K1LAS, fine. I'll just take, I think Mary said 73s, but N3RCH, K1LAS, you still there, Mary? No? Any other stations or comments? No, I guess not. So I was just doing some things this morning, as I said. I usually sit right here by the microphone. But I got my shoes on, I got my hat on. I'm wearing a hat, I don't care. And I got my gloves, and so I've got another 5 minutes, so I'm all set. And I was just looking out on my son's camper, and there's quite a little dusting of snow on the top of it. Pretty interesting there. So thank you all for checking in this morning. This has been a regular session of the W1LJO Memorial Net, and this is K1LAS closing at 8:49. See you later.
Thank you, Louise.
See ya.
Bye-bye, have a good day. Keep smiling, too.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for the correction, Bruce.
Toodles, Louise. Thanks for taking in that. I appreciate it.
Toodles to you too there, Jeff.
Fine business. Louise and all have a great day, and Louise, have a good trip today. 7-3 W1KAW.
Thanks, Ken.
And that's the end of the net.